everybody, welcome back. It's track of the day to you laddies. Today's track of the day. Look, can I tell you, we haven't needed carrier pigeons in a while. That's been nice. We were only top 15 in BC on the last one, which is, I mean, it's pretty bad. In fact, it's our second worst in in all of August, but something's got to be second worst in August. Little light on the egg carton rankings for sure, and we only got a gold. But today, Thermal Tech. See the track that people on Discord are calling, I am straight up not having a good time. See the track where people say, well, you know what the reviews are like? I would say the mean is a little bit over 6 out of 10 right now. A lot of 5s, tons of 6s, few 7s, few 8s. Everything else, like 1 or 2 votes for like any other value on the list. So you know what? Let's give it a try here. We got a GPS. It feels, excuse me, sir, it's my right of way. There is no GPS apparently. Unless it's GPS still, apparently not. Well, I'll tell you, it's an easy PB to beat. When you start by going backwards, easy PB to beat. So people seem pretty torn up on this track so far. People don't seem particularly excited, but I will say that I believe... Oh, the lights got me dazzled, dude. I was caught by the Langoliers. I will say that it seems like a gold is like 35 seconds and an author is like 31, which just is, you know, it means that the track's pretty sessionable. You know, I tend to have a pretty good time with the shorter tracks. I tend to rate them a little bit higher just because, you know, you can slightly screw up without completely screwing up your, you know, let me put it this way. One mistake costs you way less time on a run like that. So I'm also getting way too, like, into my head about drifting right off the bat. I'm getting way too drift happy for no reason whatsoever. Just grip it and rip it wherever possible, right? And if it's not possible, sure, you can toss in a little Tokyo D. I know what I said. I wonder if they know that it do be Tokyo. That first corner, you know what? I'm putting my money where my mouth is. We played a track of the day like a week and a half ago, where the corner at the end of that track was almost the same as the corner at the start of this one. I'm going to tell you right off the bat, we want to get opponents on this one. I've learned my lesson quite prodigiously. 33 seconds, okay. Well, I mean, if you're going to be bad at the corner and let me pass you, then it's not good intel for me, but I'm not upset about it, I suppose. That's got to be a drift. Laying off the throttle did not seem to be too valuable there. Definitely you can do a lot better on that. This is where we died last time, right? Yeah, I went the wrong... Ooh, that's not how you take it. Or is it? I don't know. This 90-degree turn's a little spicy. Oh, that 90-degree turn's a little spicy as well. Are you telling me that's a silver medal? That's the worst silver medal of all time, dude. I don't believe it. All right. Somehow that worked. Okay, just grip it and rip it. The gold seems extremely doable. The gold seems like comical in its easiness. The author, who knows? Who knows? I mean, it would be nice to get back on the board. For sure. We haven't had an author in a couple of days. Alright. Oh, you gotta grip it and rip it on that one, brother. It is Tuesday, by the way. So it's Tuesday afternoon. Like 4 p.m. Tracks of the day come out at 10. So it's been live for, you know, a good 5 or 6 hours. Our ranking is probably going to be a little bit closer to representative of what we'd expect to be at long term. By the time we finish. Hopefully not right now. What is this first corner? It's just something about this first little area here is throwing me for a loop. I'm pretty sure we glanced the wall. But that's okay. Now, just keep those wheels. Now, yeah. You hit the brakes at the right time there in order to ensure you had a chance. And we want to take this corner. Yeah. A little bit more like that. It's not good, don't get me wrong. We're going to get there. It's all about learning to manage this speed. I feel like we got some serious regression here. And some serious regret. There you go. Okay, still going. Want to take this corner pretty tight. And then we want to make sure we're not... Okay, we're clipping the wall, but we clipped it on a little turbo pad. There's still a chance for some redemption here. Preferably wouldn't have hit the wall there. Ladies and gentlemen, we improved by 1.5 seconds. And didn't improve our rank at all, which seems absolutely appropriate considering that was a very, very terrible lap. Now this is some speed. I don't feel like that was the right way to do it, but here we are. Bro. You gotta remember, when you're going uphill, I think your traction's actually a little bit better, right? When you're going downhill, it's a little bit worse. Or am I thinking of golf? In golf, when you're putting uphill... Oh my god. In golf, when you're putting uphill, you're less affected by the left to right grade of the green, I believe. That's to the best of my knowledge, at least. But I got, like, no reason to believe we're in a bad spot here. The gold seems extremely doable just by, you know, utilizing our own technology. I don't know, something's not right on this track. And I'm not blaming the track, I'm blaming myself. But it's like every corner is just like slightly... It's like a funhouse mirror. Like I feel like it should be super makeable. And then it's like very not super makeable the way I'm driving it for some reason. It's like they're just counterintuitive. We did hit the wall there a little bit. We can beat our PB pretty easily. And you know what? One way or the other, it is practice. I mean, that's a gold, which is kind of embarrassing. That should we clipped the wall. For that to be a gold is pretty bad. I'm not particularly proud of that one. Alright. I don't see socks. You know what? We're keeping it real with the rest of Canada up here. Probably the best grip it and rip it we've had on that corner. Good acceleration out of the side. This is not bad. We did go over the grass a little, but we'll learn to love it. I mean, it's not a great lap, I think, but it was we did cut 2 seconds off of our PB. That's pretty impressive. That's pretty impressive. Give me opponents from Canada. So hold on, we were at 31 there. Let me look here for a moment. 31. What's the author medal? The author medal is 31.387. So we actually were like less than a tenth off from the author medal. My. How the turntables. From no clean laps to almost getting the author medal on an early read. Now, I will say... I still feel like I feel like that's how it's gonna go. I feel like we're either gonna be sniffing at the author... Not to phrase it in the weirdest way possible. I feel like we're either gonna be sniffing at the author medal, or we're gonna be crashing on pretty much every lap that you see from this point forward. We're way late on the acceleration there. But I think that's me. If that's me... Oh, yeeted right into the wall. I think there's... Because someone in the Discord said, if you hate sliding, you're gonna hate this map. I don't hate sliding, but I am bad at it. I think it was Electrum again. I hate that they're always right. It's so frustrating, right? I do not hate the map so far. I'm just confused, honestly, by parts of the map. Because I feel like these corners are like baked into my brain, but these are funhouse versions. And I'm not talking about Adam Kovic and the other boys from Ex Machinima, directed by Alex Garland. All I'm going to say about that, we were doing so well. I think laying off the gas in the air is going to get us the author medal. So I think this, if you're seeking to play a track specifically to get an author medal, this is your day, without a doubt. Want to accelerate a little faster, but we also don't want to crash. That old song and dance. Ladies and gentlemen, we did beat it by enough to get the author medal, but we'll go for an improvement there. We didn't really move the needle all that much, but I think there's a lot of room to go here. I mean, an author medal in 10 minutes is very good. We're always going to be pogged by that. That is like, we just need to figure out, is it a slide? Is it a no slide? Is it a just touch the brakes forehead? Like, what do we need to get there to make that happen? But straight up, I don't even want to look at the egg carton right now, because this strikes me as one where I'm going to look at like the egg carton times, and they're going to be like 26 seconds, and I'm going to be like, what the heck? This guy's supposed to be bald. It's always nice. I don't know. It hasn't been too long since we got the author medal. And again, I do want to say, I always say it in these Trackmania videos, the author medal is always more of a reflection of the track than it is of the driver. Now, I think there are tracks where you're just going to be like, oh, I'm better at full-speed tracks. I'm better at marathon tracks because I don't lose focus as easily as my favorite streamer YouTuber. I'm better at dirt tracks because I keep my wheels straight. I'm better at every track because when I look at the ghosts, I actually learn from the ghosts. I don't just say, hey, let's learn from the ghost and then keep driving the way I've always been driving. So I understand, okay? I understand. But I do definitely think that it's, you know, not all the author medals are created equal. I mean, not all the golds are created equal, but author is definitely where you get the starkest differences. You get the Tonys. Okay, we're still in there. Like, if that had worked, I don't think that's the fastest way to do it. I think that's just faster than the way we've been doing it. I can live with that. And you can definitely hold full throttle here, like the Charlie's Angels sequel. I had to let go there or I was going to lose it. Yeah, I think we should be sliding there so we can get on the gas a little faster. Oh, I don't know about that one. So we just come good, and then come around here. Don't have to hit the... Don't have to let go. Don't have to let go. Don't have to let go. You know, as long as we're ahead of our old one, I'm not sweating it too much. But it's definitely one of those things where I'm like, we should be even further ahead. Come on, come on, come on. It's alright. Don't... Just loosen up, dude. I mean, you already got the author medal. You know, just because you got, just because it's an easy class doesn't mean you're not stoked to get an A, you know what I mean? I think that's as good as it's going to get there for us for a bit. Should have gone with the slide. We should have trusted the slide there. I mean that, you know? Here's the thing. When you're in the crucible of a class... Sure, maybe you're like 85, doesn't mean that much if the class average is going to end up being like 89. But all you need to do is, you know, have it appear on your transcripts, you know? It's not like when you apply for jobs, your boss is going to be like, what was the class average in, you know, Calc 2? And if they are, you're going to be like, how is that relevant to my application to work at this Wendy's? Labor market's changed. Need a master's degree just to handle the fryer these days, or so I hear. Oh, okay. So we're 69th in Canada. So allow me to be the first to say, nice, but also, we can do better than that. On today's track, we can do better. I will say I got itchy eye. And not even in like a cool, like, itchy eye, that's Lady Marmalade. I have to remind myself, most of the people listening to this, maybe not most, many of the people listening to this will not have been alive when Lady Marmalade came out. And what's funny, I guess, is that I'm talking about the cover of Lady Marmalade. we got to be a little slower there, believe it or not. You know, give me the itchy eye. Give me the itchy eye. Oh, baby. Some detritus in there. This feels nice. All right, all right. Keep it moving here. It's going to be around. You know what? I think I'm learning from the other ghosts. Let's learn from the other ghosts that staying towards the left is what they seem to enjoy doing the most here. Like, this corner is built... It's like... Do you guys know what Magnetic Hill is? Magnetic Hill is a tourist attraction in New Brunswick, in Canada. What is it? Magnetic Hill is a hill where you look like you're driving up, but you actually are driving... Like, it looks like you're driving uphill, but actually you're driving downhill. What is it? Like, you go into Magnetic Hill... I know you're going to be like, what the frick are you talking about? You go into Magnetic Hill, you turn your car, I think you turn your car off, or put it in neutral, and then you think, like it looks like you're driving up the hill without pressing the gas, but in actuality, you're like descending down a hill. I don't know how to explain it. I went there as a child, I've been enamored ever since. That disco corner... That's Magnetic Hill. It's made of the same material Magnetic Hill is made from. You're not going to believe what I'm saying, so you should just look it up. Go like, hey Siri, tell me about Magnetic Hill. Error. Did you mean Clinton Bill? No, I did not mean Clinton Bill. Stop trying to get me to read a Wikipedia article about former governor of Arkansas, ex-president Clinton Bill. Who do you think would have the funniest name if instead of having first name, last name, we went last name, first name? Like, I gotta say, Michael Fox is one thing, but Fox Michael is like Michael Fox, that's a dude you could sit down and have a beer with. Fox Michael is like, in tragic news today, like he's an anchor for CBS. But for some reason, Fox Michael doesn't sound right. It has to be like Fox Michelson. Giesling Dan sounds more like that's an alien. Same with like Latern O'Ryan is like, it's like you're introduced to, like that's your title. Like I am the Giesling of this species. There's got to be some. There's got to be someone we're not thinking of, right? Oh, dude, it's that jump right there is what's throwing me for a loop. That's what's throwing me for a loop right now. I gotta say, I think, despite the author medal, I would actually rate this track perhaps lower than you might expect. I actually find... And I think there is like a bias to some extent that you would be like, oh, I want to rate today's track higher because I rated yesterday's track lower. I don't feel that bias right now. The bias I feel right now is like, I actually just, I find this track kind of annoying. This one's like, it's a 4 for me, I gotta be honest. I'm not, again, it's mostly the level of fun that I am having with the track. Like, I rate this like the way that a 10-year-old rates food. They don't go, oh, the riboflavin profile is, you know, it's perfect for my celiac disease, you know? It's got all the 20 essential amino acids. Like, I rate this by, like, you know, how activated are my neurons whilst playing. And, I mean, the neurons are all firing. But really, it's like... I feel some nuggets of discontent rising in my brain hole right now. But I definitely also think that we have at least, I mean, you saw it right there. I think we got at least 4 tenths that we can pull from this without even getting close to twisted. Send it. We're gonna be ahead of our old self, even though this is one of our worst attempts here. That's more like it. I think we must have clipped the wall. Dude, I mean, it's the same kind of element on both days that sent me to the Shadow Realm. Well, I'll tell you right off the bat, I don't really like this first element. I find it to be a heck of a filter, bless you. And then the thing that really sends me in a bad way, and we've seen this a lot recently, but the thing that really sends me is the like ramp onto a flat landing with a turn milliseconds after touchdown, you know? That's where I'm like, I'm not prepared for this level. Like, everything here, that was not a good example of it, but everything here I think is, by my standards, totally fine. This corner, you know, certainly not my favorite. But, middle of the course, relatively, like, positive for me. End of the course, get a little sweaty. Get a little sweaty, no doubt about it. We got good acceleration here, though. Man, there's so much space for me to get some speed on my PB. I mean, that's a really good lap. I can't believe we only cut off 0.174. We did move into top 9 BC. Give me some Canadian opponents. We were close to the top there. We were very close to the top there. Keep moving it. You know what's freaking me out, dude? I don't see Socks. Where the heck is Socks? So I think that our next measure of success, the next way we're going to get to that next level, is via... I mean, that's a great start. Tactical slides. No, it's going to be via tactical slides. I don't know where to put them yet. And just to be sincere with you, I don't really know. I still don't know what this corner looks like because it's draped in obsidian. You know what I mean? How are we still, even though we clipped the wall, we're still like in competition to keep it moving here. You get a little right impulse when you land there, unfortunately. So I'll admit, it's Tuesday. This is like the third track of the day of the week. Third track of the day of the week we played this week, yeah. I feel like Sundays was pretty good. And I feel like Mondays was passable. I feel like today's is passable. But I'm, you know, mixed. I am mixed. I'm not like, hey, rush out to the movie theater in the midst of a global pandemic. This is must-see television. I'm more like, you can wait for this to come to Netflix. You can wait for this course to come to Netflix, and you wouldn't really be missing out on too much. I think that's the way we like to attack this turn. Then we like to lay off. Oh, I had to slow down so much, but we're still going to be... I mean, that's a huge lap for us. We cut off another almost 6/10. And we're top 4 BC. Now we're starting to feel like, you know what? We're in the mix. Like, we're... Me and my boys are out here having a good time. I still don't see any Socks, but that's okay. How do you feel about the track now? You think you got me, but you did not get me. I feel exactly the same about the track now. You know what I am proud of on this track? I feel like we're marching to the beat of our own drum here. Oh, we were close there too. And by that I just mean, like we learned the occasional little interesting mechanic from some of these ghosts, but that's not going to be a good one. We also, you know, we figured out some of this stuff for ourselves. Oh, I'm like, if you can get the perfect slide there, you can gain a ton of speed. So I'm at least happy we had some original technology on this one. And the technology was themselves. It was. I can't deny it. I'm starting to feel the start of the course. I at least know like when it's right and when it's wrong. I also know when it's, my God, what have I done? Letting the days go by. Let the water hold me down. Ooh, not quite, not quite. It was a good lap. Still would have kept us like in the middle of this pack. Into the green again when you get the author medal. Once in a daytime, tracks resetting and the ground. You may ask yourself, How do I do this? You may ask yourself, where does that ramp go to? Okay, we're still, you know, as long as we're in competition, we're in competition. We're not in competition any longer. Like, the things I like about this track are almost a little bit more meta. I like that it's a shorter track. I mean, this is not Trackmania like review hour. If you're the creator and you're listening to this, good on you, you know? This is more than, you know, your actions to make this course is more of a contribution than I've ever made to the Trackmania community. I would feel bad if you watch this and you're like, oh, it's only a 4 out of 10. But keep in mind, you're like a 4, it's like the movies, right? Like a 4 out of 10 is actually, like, by different standards, is like a 10 out of 10. You know, you made a successful track that people can play and have a reasonable fun time with, and nobody's like, I don't even want to play this, it's so bad. People are just like, maybe I don't want to grind this for 2 hours like I do some days. You know, you already got the... You got a big, you know, head start over people like me that are just merely naysayers and not really creators. I mean, I make the videos, but, you know. I mean, you know what I say about that in all the Isaac episodes. It doesn't take that much talent. It doesn't take that much talent to do that. Using open source software, playing a piece of software that somebody else created. Did they ever consider fixing the bugs? Forehead? Anyway, I definitely feel that we have not tapped out yet. I feel like we still have... Like, our forever lap is still inside of us here. That's a... Yeah, okay. I felt the change there. Even though we are slipping, I don't think it's to do with our newfound technology. Bro, if we could just keep it moving, just keep it moving. Oh, we were still in competition. If you don't hit the wall on that one, we're beating us by like a second. That's fine. Good weight transfer. You want to hug the pillar. The spire is your best friend right there. It's amazing the slight differences in the slide you can make here. The slight differences the slide makes you make there. Okay, totally fine. Not totally fine. You gotta be closer to the apex. What are you doing, Luther? I don't know what that character is. And I was like, what name would go well with this? Oh yes, Luther. I guess that's Shrek. I should have said Donkey. What are you doing in my swamp? It's not very good, huh? And after, I'm making waffles. See, I'm familiar with some of the Donkey quotes. I don't know any of Lady Fiona's quotes. Shrek. It's Cameron Diaz, you know. You just ad-lib a little. Ad-lib a little bit of your lines to me. Squirt. Alright, this is fine. This is fine. Hugged the apex a little bit too much there. I'm not afraid to admit it. I hope this one's not frustrating to watch. Like, I feel like crashing is frustrating to see, for sure. Oh, for sure, for sure. But, I think in terms of tech, although we do find ourselves consistently behind there, so clearly I'm doing something wrong, and then I'm making up for it in a big way, which is surprising to me. It's usually, I mean, we're talking about, we're running with the bulls on some of the Canada's top drivers here, you know? We're almost up there with the Villeneuves. By the way, have you realized something? When we were with bad ghosts, no offense, worse ghosts, let's not say bad, but we're with the ghosts that were not as accomplished as the ones we're currently on. We were moving to the left, because on that first corner, because I was like, oh, you must move to the left on this. They all move to the left. Turns out when you get the good ghosts, they're all going to the right. If you don't hit the wall there, you're okay, but we were going to hit the wall there. I really think this is like essentially, you just keep restarting and eventually the pieces are going to fall into place. I think that's... Yeah, okay, that line is totally fine. It could have been better. We could have accelerated like half a second faster. Lost a little there for sure. Honestly, what killed us there is the rattling of the wheels. If it weren't for the rattling of the wheels upon landing, we would have been... We would have been pleased as punch. I was trying to... I was like, I know there's an expression that's like blank as punch. So you come in, immediate hard acceleration, keep your speed up, keep those revs up, and there you go. What did I tell you? You didn't believe me. It's okay. It's okay because we got it. This is, I think, at 30 minutes, this is, I think, our last major breakthrough. But I'm really pleased with our performance today because, A, we got early author, but again, that's more about the track than us. But B, I'm realizing we're vindicated, and we kind of derived a lot of these lines for ourselves and didn't necessarily, you know, pilfer them from the strategies of poltergeists. So it's not fair. Not all ghosts are poltergeists. Isn't a poltergeist like a ghost that manifests through some kind of technology or something? Or am I just thinking of the movie and maybe you're like, that's not all poltergeists? That's a very harmful stereotype about poltergeists, in which case I'm like, oh, I didn't mean it like that. Don't want to be rude to the poltergeists, okay? So I'm not saying we're going to beat this cohort, but I am saying that if we can be near the front by the time we get to the end, then we'll have a chance. I guess that's kind of self-explanatory, huh? We're in there. What happened? What happened? I didn't hit anything. I think my wheels maybe rattled in a way that I would prefer they did not have done. Even I got problems with English from time to time. I saw the sparks coming out of the wheels there. I mean, this is good progress for a 32-minute Trackmania video. Which, again, I would say author medal ease on this one. This is bad. If I was rating the ability to get the author medal, I would say that this is like 9 out of 10 easy. This is a good start. It's also nice to be on a track. That's the line we want right there. It's nice to be on a track where you can still make up a lot of... You can make up a lot of ground on every run. You know what I mean? Like, we're consistently finding like 3/10 on this section that we've already been through like 70 times. How is that possible? Like, you know, I guess the easy answer is that our old PB was just not very good through here. This one's not great either, honestly, but no, it's just really bad. This track is a high degree of difficulty, though. The end is just like white knuckles the whole time. We must have clipped it. But honestly, we're still kind of, even though we clipped it, we're still kind of in there. We're not in there, are we? Are we a second back? Not quite a second yet. Just run it, you might learn something. I don't know, dude, this also seems like one, you're gonna laugh. It seems like one where maybe bouncing off the barricades on that corner could actually leave you in a good position. You know what we'll do? Let's put the egg carton on, it's been a while. There's gonna be a ton of ghosts here, like, too many. But at least you're gonna see your name up in lights. Top 4 in BC is probably good for about top, I don't know, 120 in the egg carton. Oh, 34th. It's kind of surprised. What did I tell you, by the way? You see the 27.9 up there? What did I tell you? You knew it was coming. Yeah, we should be behind there. Definitely something to be said for the fact that there's so many ghosts that I feel like we actually can't tell what's happening. But if you can just kind of like derive from the flow what's going on, I think you can learn something. I feel like we're on the verge of the precipice of a brand new personal best of us. I don't know, dude, that didn't seem to slow us too much. I mean, they're zooming ahead, but they were kind of already mid-zoom, you know? I hate the 90s at the end. That's, I think, the most frustrating thing for me on this track. And again, it's just, you know, get good, I suppose, but the land into the no preparation 90-degree turn is just kind of like, I don't want to say anti-fun, because I think that's me taking my personal judgment and then making it seem like it's objective. And, you know, when you're in a position of influence, whether I asked for it or not, I should be a little bit more measured in my responses to things. However, I hate it. I can say that at least. Oh, baby! I was just going to say, we were right in there. I saw myself. Okay. So first time we completed the course without touching the sides in a bit. I could feel myself Salamanca-ing for sure. We're in the mix. We're at Daytona. Oh, Mimi! We might call it pretty soon, honestly. But I'm looking forward, you know, the track of the day, eventually the waves will break, you know? They haven't been my favorite track of the day for a bit. It's okay, eventually the time will come. You know I'm not shy about giving out 8s, 9s, 10s. Do I stand by this being a 4? No, I think maybe that was a little bit harsh. I would say 5 is about where I would place my personal value on this one. Again, were it not for the rattling, we would have been fine. Maybe we should air brake there. I don't mind giving this one a 5. And hey, you know, always a good sign when over time your rating trends upwards. The opposite is horrible. The more you play it, the more you hate it. That's no good. Even as my frustration rises at the seeming throwability of having not set a PB in like 15 minutes here, I'm still like, I have a measured response, and I say, you know what, I think this course, it ain't all bad. Good throttle, good throttle. Okay, that's fine. I was gonna say, we're making time. Why does Mario sometimes fist and sometimes slide? This is okay. I hate laying off the throttle there, but way too on the outside there. Way too on the outside. You know what? I'll say at least I think the track was named appropriately. Because I'm pretty sure any track where, like, the author medal is this far away from the scores that are actually in first place, yeah, there's some tech involved. Ladies and gentlemen, gun it! I really thought we had beaten our previous best there, to be honest with you. I got a lot of respect for the drivers up here, don't get me wrong. But I think we're going to give it one more lap. Might be a little bit on the... I mean, 40 minutes is not a short Trackmania episode. By the way, people keep asking... I mean, you're gonna push my face down in the dirt here. You're causing stress you don't even know. Now, it's a quality stress problem. So people are like, where's this? Where's this? Where's this? Is this going to be up today? Can we have 2 episodes of Doki a day? What's replacing Monster Train? Look, you know what's replacing Monster Train? Doki Doki, 40-minute Trackmania tracks of the day, Northern Lion tries as often as possible, Fall Guys episodes every single day, you know, blah, blah, blah. We're like, we're tapped. We're like, the keg is running dry. So just anytime, you know, it's disheartening, and the response to Trackmania has been very great, don't get me wrong. But it's disheartening when people, like, boot up a Trackmania video, or you boot it up as the creator, you look at the comments, admittedly, the first, you know, like 20 are like, this is Pog City. But then, like, right as you get below that, there's people that are like, oh, shake my head 38-minute Trackmania video. And I'm like, you're gonna get a 0-minute Trackmania video, you entitled, Timmy? Anyway. I do appreciate it. The reason people ask for it is because they like it. But, you know, the definer of entertainment is not whether it's a 38-minute Trackmania episode or a 50-minute Trackmania episode. I'm guilty of the same thing. You know, I'll, like, go to YouTube sometimes and be like, oh, it's, this video's only, like, 6 minutes long, and this video's 26 minutes long. You know, you and I both know you're listening to this like I'm on the other monitor. So it's not even like you care about what's happening over the length of the video that much. Like, for the most part, it's just like, the longer the video, the longer I can go without having to search for another video to distract me on my other monitor. I get it, okay? I'm just saying, have mercy. Have mercy. You're asking... It's a complimentary ask, but it's an ask nonetheless. You know, I thought the only people who got, like, you know, blank when comments incessantly were YouTubers who uploaded, like, you know, once every 3 months. Turns out, even if you upload 8 times a day. The one that, and I'm giving you the keys to the kingdom, so don't abuse it. The one that tilts me to all get out is when, like, you know, Doki Doki episodes come out at the same time every day. That's, like, my thing. Everything comes out at the same time every day, more or less. I'm not expecting you to necessarily have that in your memory banks of when it is, but sometimes people will hit you with like a where's the new Doki Doki? And you're like, oh, it went up 30 minutes ago. And they're like, oh, my bad. Like, they're mad at you for them being wrong. They go, my bad. Sorry, I didn't check. And I'm like, you didn't check? You're asking, but you didn't check? Anyway, we're over it. We're over it. Good acceleration through here. We had some regression. Now it's time for the progression. We had so much speed, I didn't even know what to do with it. But yeah, we're on like last lap territory here for certain. We're gonna be way behind coming into this. Maybe we can make up a little on that. It's not too bad. First off, we have to air brake. I've been doing really badly. Like, I'm always like, we gotta air brake next time, and then it takes me too long to get there again, and I've forgotten that air brake is important. Also, it's like a white knuckle section leading up to it, but around the outside. Okay, that's not too bad. It's not too bad. Yeah, I think I'm almost tapping out on this course. And you know what? I'm taking it back down to a 4. We don't give objective reviews here. We give subjective reviews. And I'm subjectively reviewing my own happiness and finding it to be dwindling the longer we crash. So, very simple. Just don't crash, forehead. There is like, again, you're gonna send me off on a rant here like Dennis Miller, but like, there's some stuff where you're just like, you could make it a little gentler. You know what I mean? Not easier so much as just like less frustrating. Like the rattles on that ramp. Oh, that's close. Leading you to be pulled to the right is a little frustrating. That time we air broke, but we forgot to turn. So we're putting it all together. You know, you got a full speed Marty, you got to lay off the throttle, you're going to hug the corner. You're going to hug the corner, you're going to kiss the apex. You're going to brake hard. You're going to accelerate hard through the eye of the hurricane. You're going to gain a little speed on your old self. You're going to take the turn with a little bit of a baby slide. You got good, you're going to hold left. Okay, you get pulled to the right when you go down the ramp. If you hold to the left, you hit the wall on the left. I see how it goes. I see how it is. like I said, we're going to finish this one off real quick. Gave myself a glass of water at the start of the episode just in case I got thirsty. Never even touched it. You hate to see it happen. Didn't hug the apex. We were a little late on that, but we're going to keep it rolling. Gonna hit the quick brakes. It's not too bad. It's really bad. It's actually horrible. Like, I feel weird ending and having not set a new PB in like 22 minutes. I also got to remember we got the author medal 8 minutes in. Again, not due to much credit of our own, but... And I think our performance today is okay. I would not call it great, but I would say, like... You know, we're top 4 in BC at 6 p.m. Anything... like, in that vicinity will take as a feather in our cap. Like, you know what I think the perfect, you know, symbol for this track is this first corner with, like, the 90-degree edges just designed to, like, punish your ambition. Like, this track is designed for individuals to get smoothed out into part of the collective. I understand. That was not going anywhere. That one I'm going to blame on me. But you know what? I'm gonna bump my rating. I'm not giving it a 5, but I will bump it to a 4.49. Bump it to a 4.49. I actually, like, can I tell you where I'm at? I blanked on what to do on that element. I was like, I don't remember what happens on this next element. So I think this will be our last genuine attempt. We got nothing left in the tank on this track. That's fine. We get, you know, it's the beauty of having a daily series. You got nothing left in the tank. Come back tomorrow, you know, with the full charge. And again, you know, recognize still a pretty good run here. I mean, when you have a lap like that, at the end you're like, I just improved like half a second versus my PB. Just the start of the lap got me screwed up. I think you just gotta take a deep breath. Don't let the tilt of Trackmania get you down. Okay. Better than usual. Oh my god, dude, I hate that. With the faster you go on that section, the more God is like, you're still mortal. You're still mortal. And I think we just had the like one beautiful slide. We never can consistently get it. Probably this is one where, you know, you just cut your losses. I'm gonna cut my losses. That's my fun has reached its capacity. We're top 4 BC. That's pretty good. I can't be too mad about that. We got our author medal, 67th in the egg card, and I'll live with it for now. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you did, click the like button. It helps out a great deal. And of course, thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow with another one. See ya!